Bart Heights live here at Supreme Courts, week 3 of our play dates. As you can probably see, I'm not on camera, which is a good thing sometimes. We are joined by the Danville Lady Hawks and Coach Mallory Alberti, Alyssa Brooks, Elizabeth Hand, and Laney Martin. Laney is a sophomore, and Elizabeth and Alyssa are seniors. So, Coach, saw you out there playing today, got one victory early, and then played a tough Richland team next in your girls' battle. Talk a little bit about these play dates, if you will, and what a good experience it is to come in and just be able to practice, number one, and then mix it up in some game-type situations.
I think it's really good to see, kind of where your team stands, especially, like last season we won like 6 or 7 games, so we didn't have a great season. So we really tried to change the culture and just really be positive and create a lot of energy. And I've really just tried to push them. They're all athletic, they're quick, so we've worked on, defense. We've not spent much time on offense, but we've really focused on defense and pushing the ball to the floor. And they did that great today. The last team we played was a very good team. They outsized us by probably a foot, each player, but they battled and they didn't quit, and we cut it to like 8 at one point, and it just really showed them that they can do this.
So, girls, individually, I'll ask y'all a couple of questions. Alyssa, you first. When Coach Alberti got, it just seemed like there was a good energy, like a different energy. Like early in that first game, everybody was clapping, everybody's into it, bench is into it. Speak a little bit, if you as a senior, about you, Elizabeth, too. What has Coach brought? What kind of energy has she brought? I know she was on the bench, but now being the head coach, it's changing. Why is there so much positivity at Danville Lady Hawks right now?
There's so much positivity just because she actually is believing in us and knows we can be successful, and is always just lifting up us and not bringing us down.
Which is a huge deal.
I would say it's just like she always preaches to us, like, even though we did good during a game, don't be okay with that. Always want to do better.
Absolutely.
And it's just a different environment completely. It's just way more positive.
So, Laney, question for you, the young buck of the group, right? But as the young buck, you've got the ball in your hands a lot. A lot of the decision making is going to come through you. What has Coach instilled in you as a point guard to, I guess, how has she coached you to know where to throw the ball, what to your teammates, when to throw the ball to them, and be that leader with the ball, because it's dictated by you when it's in your hands, right? When you're bringing it up the court. What do you want to do with it every time you get it that she's coaching you to do?
Well, I want to make a good pass, obviously, but she's helped me, when I throw a bad pass, she's always, to not let me get in my head about it, and it helps me play better, because she talks to me on the sideline.
And she explains to you when it happens why, instead of just you hear that loud voice from a coach. And Coach, that's one thing that we see so many times, with experienced coaches. But kids sometimes can't handle. I was impressed with how you did get on your players and coach them, when it was needed. All right, so if I'm looking at a stat sheet at the end of a Danville Lady Hawks basketball game, what 3 categories or what 3 stats will I see in a win?
I think everybody's scoring. The type of ball I want to play, I want to push the ball, and I want all of them to play. And we're pretty much rotating them in and out because they're all capable. And I think that gives us an edge on a lot of people. I have 9 players that can all play, and so they can all get the same amount of minutes in a swing. And the first game today, they all scored. They all, they all did a great job, and they all got steals, and they all got rebounds. And so I really think I've just really tried to get them to just buy in. It's not about you. It doesn't matter if you have 10 points or 0 points. What matters is that your team won and that you played hard. And so I think they're really doing that. And even the last game was a loss. A loss is a loss, and nobody wants to lose, but we got better, and that's the goal, is to get better.
Watching y'all, Alyssa, it's kind of like you do whatever the team needs you to do, whatever that play is, whether it's make a shot, whether it's get a rebound, whether it's play defense. And I'm going to ask each one of you this question. For you, first of all, Alyssa, from now until the start of the season, what do you need to work on? What's the weakness? What's the one thing that Coach is on you about that you need to improve before the start of the season?
It's not so much just thinking with my head, pretty much getting in my head about everything, and focus more on my fundamentals and not rushing everything.
Well, and that's one thing. It's a great point. We talk about it in here all the time about how we're always taught to play fast, to play fast, to play fast. But now with the game so wide open, you do have to slow down at times. But the fundamentals, being there to where you don't have to think about what you're doing, that just takes work. All right, so Elizabeth, presence in the middle, bringing that physicality. It's a mentality. That guards are not going to want to come in there if you're playing tough, playing hard on defense. What do you need to work on? We know that you're a post presence and you handle your business down there offensively and defensively. Where's the weakness? What do you need to work on?
I feel like just confidence is really what we've talked about with me. Is just I have to have more confidence in the goal, like just being there and making sure that I believe in myself before, and we're not worrying about everybody else. Just confidence.
And Laney, where could you improve your game between now and October?
Probably being in the game more mentally than physically and recognizing what's going on.
Yeah. Love that. Mental preparation is like foot preparation in shooting. The more that you do it, the better the result's going to be. All right, so Coach, what's the expectation? Year one, you got to figure a lot of things out. You've been around these girls, so it's not like you don't know them a little bit. What is the expectation? At day one, what did you tell this team that your expectation was for the next step in Danville Lady Hawks basketball?
I told them our goal is to win area, obviously, and not like our goal is not just have a winning record. Like our goal is to like make it postseason, make it to state.
Yeah.
You've got to set that goal, and if you don't reach it, you don't reach it, and you get better and you reach it the next year. So that's what I told them. Even that first game, they won by a lot, and I'm like, don't be satisfied. Don't be satisfied. That means nothing. Like even if we win, even if we lose, don't be satisfied. Keep getting better. You got to set the goal here. If you set it here, that does nothing. So you got to set it high, and if you don't reach it, find a way to get better. The next season. So.
Play the next play and live to play another day, I guess. Danville Lady Hawks, thank you for joining us at Supreme Courts, and we look forward to seeing y'all in the 3A Northwest. Still in the Northwest Regional, right? And hopefully see you guys in Hansville. Thanks for joining us, girls, and we'll see y'all soon.
Thank you.